Hi, I'm Marion.
I'm Fleck. We're here today from the Autistic Pride Aberdeen committee.
We know that some people had some questions about what it's going to be like to come to our in-person event, which is going to be on the 14th of June, um, uh, 11 till 1, 2026. Yeah, will we go over some frequently asked questions that we've had?
Yeah, absolutely, because we know that people need more information, which is totally fair because we would as well. So, I think the first question a lot of people want to know is, do I have to be autistic to attend?
No, you don't have to be autistic. Everyone is welcome at Autistic Pride. So the event is organised by a group of autistic people. So Autistic Pride Aberdeen is hosted by Aurora, which is an autistic-led business, and the Autistic Pride Aberdeen committee is all autistic. But we also recognise that lots of autistic people, including ourselves, have got non-autistic loved ones who might want to come along and celebrate with us. And if you feel that this is a space that you would feel welcomed and you would feel supported and you'd feel happy coming and joining in, we'd love to have you come along. So yeah, you don't have to be autistic to attend at all.
Yep.
Um, yeah. Is there parking?
So there is some parking. There are a couple of car parks which will sort of mark on maps as well and pop up in a few days' time. And there is some street parking, but we would also urge you to try and take public transport when and where possible. Environmental reasons, but also the car parks can fill up a bit. Sometimes it can be a bit tricky finding a space, and it might just reduce stress levels if you can sort of take some public transport. So we'll also be putting, when we do maps and things, we'll make sure we put a note of sort of relevant trains and buses as well to get you into the city and get you out to the park.
And it's not a huge walk from the train station or the bus station, is it?
It's really not, yeah, and especially if it's going to be a nice day and you want to make a bit of a day of it. Yeah, personally, I would probably just walk from the station if we weren't bringing all the equipment.
But we are. So yeah.
Okay, so another question a lot of people have is, are there toilets?
Yes, there are toilets. So there are toilets that are out in the park. There are also toilets in the Winter Gardens, and there are toilets in the Dudley Park Cafe for those people who are using the cafe as well. So there are toilets that are out there, including disabled toilets, which are quite lovely. Yeah. Which kind of leads on place for food, which I've kind of just mentioned. One.
Yeah. So there is a cafe there, and they've got a pretty good menu, and you can sort of eat in or you can sort of take the food out as well. So yeah, but as well, we'll talk a bit about what things you need to bring too, but you might want to take a picnic, especially if you've got specific dietary requirements. But yes, there is the cafe right there, so you're all set.
I think what I might do is like bring a sandwich or some soup or something like that for me, and then get something really tasty dessert wise from the cafe. That might work for me. Yeah.
That sounds like a good bet as well, yeah.
Yeah.
And actually that leads on really well to, where in the park will you be?
So our plan is to be on the grass between the bandstand and the Winter Gardens. So whenever you're coming in from the north entrance, if you head towards the Winter Gardens, we should be just opposite there. If you're coming in from the south entrance, it's just next to the bandstand. If we get a bit of inclement weather, then we might head to the bandstand if we need to get out for a shower. But I'm keeping everything crossed that we're going to have a really nice, beautiful, sunny day. Not too sunny though. Gentle breeze, because that's good for bubbles.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah. But we will be having a big table with the Autistic Pride flag draped over it as well. You're going to see the buckets with the bubbles and all sorts. So it should be pretty obvious where we're at. And our volunteers will be wearing Autistic Pride Aberdeen hoodies. So it should be quite obvious where we're going to be.
Absolutely. And Marion and I will both be there. So, not so helpful for those of you like me with a bit of face blindness, but otherwise look out for us and you'll be all good too.
Yeah. What happens at Pride? So if somebody rocks up, what should they expect?
Yes, so it's very, very relaxed and chilled. So don't worry, there's not some big itinerary that you have to follow or anything. You certainly like don't need to be interacting with people the whole time or anything. We have, as Marion said, like sort of buckets with bubble solution in, with big poles for making big giant bucket bubbles, and you can absolutely go and have a go at that if you want. If you need a bit of a pointer as to how to get it to work, we'll be floating around with some other volunteers. There'll be a table set up too, and that'll have some bracelet making stuff on it as well. So again, if you want to make like a little friendship bracelet, want to make a little Autistic Pride themed bracelet, you can do that. None of these are a necklace or something, absolutely, but none of it is, you don't have to. It's very much your own choice. There'll be some other smaller kind of bubble wands and things kicking around as well. Sometimes some of the younger kids maybe can't manage the big poles. And I know I love just all the sizes of bubbles. And then we will also have a little autistic sort of storytelling section too, where we will read some books by autistic authors. So a bit more on that in a minute as well. So that's very exciting, but it is very relaxed. And basically you can participate or not as much as you like. You don't have to talk to people. If you want to kind of stick and float around the edges, you can dip in and out if you want as well. So yeah, it's very much you can pick how involved you are with everything that's happening.
I can't
And
wait.
yeah, I know. I was just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything there. And I think as well, so on along those lines, what should I bring, Marion?
I mean, the main thing is just to bring yourself, but there are a few things that I always bring to make sure that I'm enjoying it as much as possible. Sunscreen, especially on days whenever we don't know. It's Aberdeen, so it can be really sunny one minute and it can be really cloudy the next. So it's always a good idea to have sunscreen with you. If you want to bring a picnic and a picnic blanket, then you can. There will be some picnic blankets already out, which people would be welcome to use if they want. Sometimes I bring a chair to sit in, especially for whenever we're doing the storytelling. A water bottle so I can stay hydrated, because again, if it's a warm day, especially want to stay hydrated. Sunglasses. In case it's bright as well. For me, the world is always too bright, so I've always got sunglasses anyway. A hat as well can sometimes help keep you cool, and any sensory tools that you might want to be using. So if there's any fidget tools that would be really useful for you, anything else that's going to help you, ear defenders, loops, flares, anything like that. We're not expecting it to be particularly noisy, but we know it's a park, there's other people going to be around, so you never know what the noise levels are quite going to be like. But yeah, the main thing is whatever it is that you would typically take on a day out to the park is a good idea to bring along for there. We should have enough bubble solution for all. But we do know that sometimes people like to bring along their own wands and things as well. This is cool. Yeah. Do I need to stay the whole time? So if I'm rocking up, do I need to stay for the 2 hours or?
Think, yeah, I already mentioned you can dip in and out, but you don't need to come for the start either. Like, if 11 o'clock is not going to work for you and you want to be there from midday and just stay for an hour, that's absolutely fine. If you think, well, I'd like to get there for the morning, but then I'm going to need to head off early, that's cool. If you're going to be coming and going and, just you want to head off to the cafe halfway through to get something to eat, absolutely fine. We will be there the whole time and you can come and go as is going to work for you. Um, and this is the question I've been really excited to ask. So, Marion, are you going to read Morven's first Autistic Pride?
You mean this book, this one here? Yes. I'm really excited to read Morven's first Autistic Pride. It's due to come out on the 10th of June. So I will be bringing along one of my copies. And I'm really excited that people are going to say you as soon as they open up the book as well. So Yeah, if people would like me to read Morven's first Autistic Pride, then I will be happy to. But we are also going to be reading some other books like Day with No Words we've read for the last few years, which always goes down really well, especially the page with the mama having a look at the other mamas. We've sometimes read Remarkable Remy, Just Right for You, and a few other picture books that are written by autistic authors as well. And we'll have a few older books that I'll be knocking about as well, if anybody wants to have a look at them too. I don't think we're able to give away any of the books, but we're happy to let people have a look and see if there's see what they might enjoy themselves. Yeah. I think this is our last question. What else is there to do at Duthie Park? So if I'm coming into Aberdeen to come along to Pride, what else can I do at Duthie Park?
Yeah, so some people might want to make a bit of a day of it. Some people might want to have things that they can go and do if they are dipping in and out. So Duthie Park's a great one for that because there are several different play parks that have some really cool, yeah, equipment and stuff. We have tested and it is very, very fun. So yeah, lots of play parks there. There's also, as we said, the cafe, but there's also the winter gardens that will be right near too. And they're really cool to have a good look around. Loads of different plants to have a look at, and some fish and terrapins in there as well. So that's a really lovely one to go and have a little wander around as well, isn't it?
I love the winter gardens. I could spend all day there. But
So
I'll wait until after we're finished Autistic Pride before going and spending the day there. Yeah. Especially Spike the cactus. We checked and we think Spike is on at 2 o'clock. So if anybody wants to come along to Autistic Pride, maybe have a hangout, go to the cafe for an hour or something, then Spike should be the talking cactus then afterwards.
after that, yeah.
I'm so
And
excited. I cannot wait. I can't believe it's coming up.
I know. Really, really excited. So hope to see some of you there. If you do have any other questions, then you can pop them in comments. You can message the Facebook page for Autistic Pride Aberdeen or for Aurora as well. So yeah, happy for you to get in touch with any other questions. But hopefully that helps a lot so that people know what to expect.
See you then.
Bye.